Hey, g'day. My name's Cam. I'm the bass player and Dimensionist. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple synth patch on the quad Cortex. I'm just going to get straight into it. If you want to know like the background, bit of history about how I got to this stage and a little bit about synthesis and all that stuff, I'll put that at the end, but I'm just going to launch straight in because I know people just come here to do the thing and learn the thing. So you can do this on any bass. I've got the Ibanez EHP 1505MS, but it doesn't need to be like a top shit bass. It can just be anything. It can be cheap and nasty. It really doesn't matter. So it's kind of for everyone, this one. So first, what we're going to do is we're just going to bang a compressor in here and keep our signal nice and thick, no matter how soft or hard we play it. So we're going to keep the ratio nice and high. We're essentially trying to get this compressor as close to a limiter as possible. Yeah, so just give it a go. Plenty of gain reduction there. And that's just keeping a nice steady output even if it goes really quiet. And that's what we want, because that's kind of what synths do, right? They just go brrr and they're just even Steven. All right, so we've got our compressor. Now what we're going to do is going to split our signal into two using a pitch shifter. Classic synth technique is you have two oscillators and they're mixed in half, and one is just slightly detuned, right? It's a bass synth technique as old as synthesizers. So basically without anything, and then I'll just play it and then detune. And you hear it starts to get that whoa, 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 that beating sound. Nice. How much you detune really depends on what you want to play. So the higher you go up in the note, the faster that modulation will be. So if you like want to play quite low, but you want the modulation to be very audible, you probably want to detune more. But the trade-off is once you start going higher up, it'll just get really fast. So just experiment with that. It really is down to the song you're trying to play and what notes you're probably going to be doing with your bass synth. So we'll do that. We're going to chuck a filter on the front here. So I'll just use an EQ this time. Parametric 3. Let's go low pass. And yeah, we're just trying to get the bass sound. The bass honk out of there. You'll also hear my microphone picking up my bass. I apologize. But trust me, it's doing the thing. So now we kind of get to the fun bit. Just chuck an overdrive on it. I reckon B3K is a bit of a weapon. We're just going to go flat out everything nasty as. And you can hear already we're starting to get that synth sound, right? It's literally just big overdrive to get these really gnarly harmonics. And the secret sauce is that that pitch shifter. Let's go back to the settings again. Mix is 50% and the pitch is -20. So what you've got essentially is the bass guitar untouched, and then just below it there's a copy of the signal slightly detuned, and that's what's getting that. That's what's getting that wobble. So we've just gone flat out with the overdrive. This isn't a rule. You can experiment with any overdrive you like. This is just what I do. Right at the end, we're going to put a filter on, and this is kind of like where the kind of charm of it is. I think this is where the fun begins. when you load this envelope filter in, I think it's gonna want to envelope, I think. So yeah, we'll just turn the sensitivity right down. Oh no, I've already done my defaults to exactly how I like it. Awesome. I think when you load this filter up from memory, it will be in bandpass mode at the top. So we want to put it down to low pass. And then it's going to want to kind of auto filter as well. So it'll give that wow, 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 wow when you start playing it. And maybe you do want that, but I don't want that. So where are we? So frequency, I've got it nice and low. And that just gives it the like, it's close to like a sine waves with a little bit of oomph. So yeah, heavily filtered saw wave is kind of what we're going for here. Obviously don't listen to this on your phone. Chuck some headphones on, chuck it in the speakers because you just won't hear this otherwise. This is filtered to 113 hertz, so yeah, this is really just sub-frequency only, but you'll hear it's a really nice, deep kind of synth sound now. Beautiful. So where you can take it from here, I mean, the sound now is like great for like drum and bass, or like, you know, breakdown sections in songs where it's just like a bit of a mood, you know, nice ethereal pads and a nice sub bass underneath. I do this with a couple of our songs live. It's just more fun than a synth backing track doing it, and I don't just stand there looking awkward. So yeah, you know, it gives the crowd a bit of something to look at as well. It's like, you know, oh, there's a synth sound, but it's coming out on the bass. Sick. Who doesn't love that? But the next step, if you get yourself an expression pedal, I'm just going to assign foot switch. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to assign an expression pedal to the filter. And yeah, when the expression pedal's all the way back, we don't want it to go to 0 because that'll actually just filter everything. So we want it to rest kind of where we are now and then open up. I'll show you like full range. So that's kind of getting synthy-ish. But we want to have a bit of resonance because resonance is really like that's like the character, right? The character of the filter. So if you do it too much, it's going to start screaming at you, but you just kind of keep turning it up until you like the sound of it. So that'll kind of give it that kind of whistly quality over the top. We'll go a bit more extreme and just see what happens. Beautiful. So when your resonance is up and your frequency cutoff is nice and low, you'll actually get a pretty reasonable boost in the bass as well, because the resonance is just accentuating whatever frequency the cutoff is at. So that's kind of my basic go-to recipe. Where you can go from here is try out different filter types. You know, you could go like bandpass or something. You know, in the middle of a breakdown, like, or a build-up or something, like you're just about to drop a song and you know, just stuff around with it, have fun, try a different distortion, yeah, have a play with this pitch as well and see how much flutter you like. That's literally it. So that's kind of how you do it. Now I guess I'll tell you a little bit about how I got here. So I have been a drum and bass producer for a very long time, since I was a kid, about 20 years or something like that. And so obviously obsessed with really gnarly dark bass synths and stuff from that genre and dubstep. And this is like a what's known as a Reese. It's just a really classic, dirty drum and bass sound. And I used to own a Boss GT10B multi-effects from Boss, and this is essentially what I came up with. It was one day I kind of learned how synthesizers worked and the signal flow like inside the synth, and I was like, well, I mean, let's just recreate that, but instead of an oscillator, it's like the bass guitar is the oscillator, right? I mean, it's just a thing flapping away, causing making a frequency. So it's literally the same thing. So I was like, yeah, and you get the bass, and then you can use a pitch shifter, and then like mix it, and then it's like 2 oscillators, 1 detuned, and then heaps of distortion and a filter. And yeah, I used to be in a live drum and bass band, and that's called Silent Shadow, and that's how I did the synth bass live. Was on my old fretless 6-string and the mighty GT10B, and I mean, that sounded absolutely killer. Yeah, like I said, it just came from dicking around on synthesizers and learning those classic bass synth recipes, and just, yeah, it's just like, let's just see if a bass can do it. And on that, I've done heaps of that. Let's see what else we can make the bass sound like. I really have always loved doing that, even if I haven't really made music out of it. You know, just trying to make the bass sound like a synth or like a pad or something like that. I've always just found that really interesting. So if you want to encourage me to make more really obscure bass stuff for Quad Cortex, just let me know. I was going to put this up for free on Cortex Cloud, but I want to encourage you to get in your Quad Cortex and play and learn a little bit before I just give it to you and you don't work for it. So you'll learn more. Maybe in a couple of months, if enough people bug me, I'll put it on my Cortex Cloud account and give it away. But I think following this tutorial, you can make it yourself, and you're going to be awesome. And let me know how you go. Let me know if this was useful, and sorry for blabbing so much. I've never really done a video like this before. So yeah, until next time, catch you later.